way and they're powerful people, well, they'll probably succeed.
Professor Zhang doesn't claim to predict the future through secret information. Instead, he believes most geopolitical analysis misses the forces that actually shape history. According to Professor Zhang, understanding incentives, historical patterns, and the beliefs influencing powerful decision makers reveals a very different picture of where global events may be heading. Whether you agree with his conclusions or not, his framework challenge.
See, that's old, bro. That's an old fucking video. Everything they got, everything YouTube is filtering is old, man. Everything is old. Google and YouTube right now is holding back a lot of information because the United States is getting their fucking ass kicked and they're getting killed in Iran. Your economy's crashing, and America itself, the entire continent of America itself, is in for a rude awakening. Let me Google something real quick. If I were to look up all right, so we're gonna look at something real quick. Okay, it will be China. I had a feeling that way. You see, why wouldn't China get involved, and why wouldn't China want to pretty much ruin the United States and its economy? I mean, why wouldn't they want to do that, right? They are number 2. They're right behind the United States by 12 trillion. If our economy is 32 trillion, I can honestly tell you that has been done with a whole lot of dirty ass money. A whole lot of money laundering, that's for sure. Germany has 5 trillion. What surprises me is Japan is only 4 trillion, and that the growth rate is only 0.72%. China's growth rate is 4.4%, while United States growth rate is 2.32%. So China's growth rate is pretty much double. United Kingdom is 5th, 4.2 trillion. They're gonna lose a lot of money. If United States go down, UK is gonna lose money like a motherfucker. And this is for like 2026 projection. It's just a projection. Honestly. Iran, 53rd in the world. Mm, that's crazy, right? They're 53rd apparently, but they're kicking ass. They're defending their country. They've been blowing up military bases of the United States. So it's like, what else can you tell me about, you know? Oh, I don't have the remote here. Shit. Shit. Let me write that. Just while I talk. So yeah, man, may the fucking economy crash. YouTube don't want you to know nothing. They're showing you right now. You go to YouTube. Their piece of shit algorithm showing you shit from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. That's not a coincidence, people. That's just white trash and Asian frauds in San Francisco, Sacramento, wherever the fuck they at. I forget what's the name of the town. I forget where the headquarters is located. Google, YouTube, worthless piece of shit algorithm that don't want you to see like the actual real shit that's happening out there. They don't want people to be like scared that the stock market might go down, that the economy is crashing, yada yada yada. Meanwhile, right now, Russia, China, Iran, they working together. They all working together. But this is good. I'm happy. I'm glad. They're gonna go ahead and expose the shit out of you people. And I'm happy for it. We got the perfect, we got the best president in the world to crash the economy. The best. Nobody better than a person who has filed for bankruptcy before and doesn't understand economics. The biggest yes man in the United States, you heard? We got the best yes man as president. Yes. I hope that the prices of petroleum hit 200 and that all of you motherfuckers suffer and die. I hope that everyone without a fucking job that goes through a rough time ends up killing you and your family, your race, everybody. You hear me? Can't wait for it. I can't wait. I'm gonna be cracking up. It's coming soon to a town near you. You heard? Watch.
On a strike on American positions, which is possible. They did that in Jordan and in Kuwait. That wouldn't be preemptive. That would be a continuation of the war. When the Americans launched war against the
the farming, it's all relies on diesel. If their prices go up, they're going to pass that down to us, and inflation will continue to skyrocket. So right now, it's just, your average person that's just heading to work, not thinking twice about this. Their price of gas is up. It's up about $1 from a year ago, but it's nothing crazy, right? It's just a little bit. Again, according to where it should be. Again, Scott Bessent, Secretary of the Treasury, manipulating the markets to keep oil prices down, but can only do that for so long as the actual inventory is approaching. Our strategic reserves are just above 300 million barrels. And once it goes below that, there's only so long where they can continue to withdraw that, which will continue to keep the price down. Once those reserves are gone, skyrocket city. We're going to see play out. So Chris Martenson says analysis predicts $8 plus diesel as hopes dwindle for a negotiated settlement. And again, it's like whoever thought this settlement was going to happen, they must be reading different news than I'm reading, because the Iranians, they're not going to let a settlement happen without us paying $300 billion. Then Donald Trump loses, which he, of course, doesn't know how to lose, and he can't buy a victory. It's not the Bedminster Golf Club here. Shell CEO Wael Sawan stated that price signals indicate diesel and gasoline shortages. One analysis projects possible diesel prices of $8 to $10 per gallon.
Bring it on. I want to see the prices go higher.
About any Iranian retaliation.
Gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de lo.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Listen.
The United States, and that's what the war in Iran is showing.
All of that. So first and foremost, one of the things that has been acknowledged, Al Jazeera is posting here about how the Trump administration have been using these commercial vessels, and they're basically disguising it, right? These are military operations. Hey.
Se mueran todos. They don't want to show nobody. They don't want to show nobody how bad it is. All they want to do right now on the media, period. Doesn't matter if it's social media or whatever. All they want you to know on media right now is that apparently they're leaving the military bases. That they leave in Iraq. That's all they want to do.
Hey.
I want to do a follow. I want to do a follow-up about capital.
Five months ago, Donald Trump thought he could win a war against Iran. Instead, he actually accelerated one of the biggest geopolitical shifts of the 21st century. Because while U.S. missiles were falling on Tehran, China was quietly becoming the biggest winner of this entire conflict. As this Washington Post article reveals, the Iran war is a gift, just not for the United States. Without firing a shot, China saw 3 of its long-held goals accelerate.
Israel is training AI chatbots to be pro-Israel. AI chatbots. Is that what they're calling our senators now?
One of the things that
Fucking hypocrites. Now Israel's a problem. All of a sudden, Israel's a problem. So we can just use it on fucking stand-up comedy. Fucking bullshitter, dude. That guy's a bullshitter. Give it for 40 hours.
Okay, the headline suggests diplomacy is still alive. But behind closed doors, a very different story is unfolding.
Thank you for inviting me. I have just finished with the cartoonist Joe Sacco. I hope you know his work, Palestine, Footnotes in Gaza, a book on the genocide. We interviewed 29 families in Egypt from Gaza and have spent the last year writing the story of the genocide through their experiences. We literally turned in the manuscript a week ago, which is why, if I look burned out, I am burned out. It'll be published in October. But I didn't want to speak about the book, given what's happening as I speak in southern Lebanon, in Iran, and in Gaza. I wanted to speak a little more globally today. The genocide in Gaza is the beginning. Welcome to the New World Order, the age of technologically advanced barbarism. There are no rules for the strong. The strong, only for the weak. Oppose the strong, refuse to bow to its capricious demands, and you are showered with missiles and bombs. We watch this madness daily with the war on Iran, the saturation bombing of southern Lebanon, and the suffering in Gaza. International bodies, such as the United Nations, have been neutered, transformed into useless appendages of another age. The sanctity of individual rights, open borders, and international law have vanished.
We have a parallel in our eschatology.
Watch.
Seen a outbreak of cyclospora like we're seeing right now in America, and right, and it is pretty small. It's actually much larger than bacteria, but it's still really small. If you were to line up 10 of them, you'd probably have the width of your hair. So they're really, really small. And what's unique about cyclospora, and part of what's causing this dilemma in terms of identifying cases and trying to figure out what is the cause of this outbreak, or many causes of multiple outbreaks that are likely ongoing at the same time, is this timing issue. So cyclospora is only infectious to humans, meaning that we ingest an infectious oocyst. That's what we call this transmissive life stage that survives really well in the environment, that infects our intestine. It goes through actually asexual reproduction and then sexual reproduction, and you shed the oocysts. That's why a parasite is different than bacteria or viruses, because they've got this really complicated life cycle that all goes running its course in our intestine.
Wait a minute. So you basically are shedding the eggs, the offspring of the parasite? Is that what's happening?
Yes. And those are not immediately infectious when it comes to cyclospora. They actually have to mature in the environment for anywhere from 7 to 14 days. And because this is a human-only parasite, We haven't
human
studied this very
only.
well.
A
Scientists around
human
the
only
world haven't had a
parasite.
chance to study it as well as we need to.
I
And
guess they
so we
already
don't
fed the
understand those
lettuce to
environmental
all the
cues,
animals
what
they
happens
could.
to these oocysts when they're in the environment. That takes maybe 2 weeks, right? So a week to 2 weeks.
She's saying that the parasite is human only. I don't know if I wouldn't believe that. One. And two, I mean, is there video and a record keeping of them feeding different animals? What animals did they test?
Breaking news regarding Big Bear bald eagle Jackie. The Ojai Raptor Center just posted an update saying, quote, today's blood work brought some difficult news. Her packed cell Breaking news regarding Big Bear bald eagle Jackie. Raptor Center just posted an update saying, quote, today's blood work brought some difficult news. Her packed cell volume has dropped to 13%, which means her anemia has worsened since our last update. Additional advanced diagnostic testing is now underway, and expedited lab results, tests have been requested, rather. The Ojai Raptor Center is promising to share any and all new information on Jackie as it becomes available. Breaking news regarding...
Before Cat Williams was making movies and selling out arenas, he was right here on the...
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories.
Day 2 provides more hospitality. The Chinese may be able to beat us. And if that's the case, you have to think about what the effects
It's
are.
not even might
The Chinese
anymore.
may be able
They're gonna get you one way or the other. Economically or if you decide to go to war with them. But if they want to take Taiwan, can't nobody say a damn thing anymore. What the hell is going on? Oh. Oh man. So what happened to the blockade now? What happened to the blockade?
Or something like Pilkington, personally, and to his inner circle, what's at stake right now is the survival of American military, political, and economic hegemony. That's what it's.
A man came to the prophet and asked, who is most beloved to us after you? The prophet said, your mother. The man asked, then...
America, you guys remember COVID, that thing? If you look at the actual military record of... If you look at the actual military record of what happened on the USS Liberty, it was clearly a mistaken and tragic attack.
There were intercepted messages, okay? Pilot to control. But that's an American flag. That's an American ship. Control tower. Follow your orders. Follow your orders.
I wanted to...
Finally, this evening, on the road with one child who was born with one gift and given another. Here's Steve Hartman.
The Middle East belongs to the people of the Middle East. It should not become an arena for great power rivalry or a victim of geopolitics.
I now give the floor to the representative of China.
Madam President, I thank Deputy Special Coordinator Alak.
Una declaración que me...
This morning, we're bringing you a CNN exclusive. The U.S. military is reportedly crowdsourcing ideas for the Iran war, sending out an email asking troops for creative and unconventional ways to punish and put pressure on Iran. CNN's Zach Cohen broke this story. What did you learn as you got this information that there was a request out there to help with Iran in any way possible?
Yes, Sarah. Sources telling me and our Katie Bill Lillis that the U.S. military is casting a wide net as it's seeking new ideas for how to ramp up the pressure on Iran. And it comes as the U.S. military and Central Command in particular is reevaluating their current strategy and the options that are currently available to President Donald Trump intended to bring Iran to the table on his terms. And that includes this effectively a crowdsourcing email that we're told was sent to a broad range of U.S. military analysts and military planners last week, just before President Donald Trump issued those threats to escalate the conflict with a new round of military strikes, ultimately walking that threat back this weekend. But we're told that the email itself asked for, quote, creative and unconventional ways to pressure and punish Iran. And it's this significant on a couple of different fronts. One, multiple sources we talked to said that the request itself is not necessarily a bad idea. Clearly, the Trump administration has been looking for a way to ramp up that pressure on Iran in a pursuit of some sort of a diplomatic negotiated agreement that has eluded them to date. But at the same time, the request also betrays the idea that this strategy currently being used by the U.S. military is not having the effect that the president and the Pentagon want to see. So one source put it to me this way. At the end of the day, POTUS will want a deal. So he'll continually look for ways to get tough and get out of this. You need creative minds at times, especially if you're running out of
Una declaración que me represente.
Muchacho. ¿Qué yo hice con eso? Puta, mi perfil mío se supone que yo puedo hacer las imágenes.
You love everything about bread, except making it. The rustic oven, the bread you make if you make bread.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max. The best in entertainment in one bundle.
This world goes deeper than you imagine.
I hope that's not what you're wearing. The crown is a weight.
Dame enviarle un correo electrónico a este cabrón.
Oye, esa baby no sé qué tiene, que me trata todo mal, pero cuando veo tu cara guapa se me olvida todo.